What's up, everybody? On today's video slash podcast, I'm going to talk about why every real estate entrepreneur needs a good title company. And if you don't have a good title company, you are in trouble. If you are not familiar with who I am, my name is Greg. I have been a full-time real estate investor now for 10 years, and I've done at this point about 500 properties. And each of those properties that got closed went through a title company. And you need to have a good one, or else your life is going to be miserable in this business, because you're going to realize that most properties that are profitable are going to have title issues. And if you don't have a good title company, you are going to be in for a rough ride. So if you get value from this video, do me a favor, subscribe if you're watching, like the video. If you're listening, if you can share this with somebody else, it would mean a lot to me. And if you're a super fan, if you can repost this on social media, that is how we keep growing the show on a weekly basis. So I'm going to start out with a quick story, and then I'm going to get into my real estate weekly lesson. So I'm currently working on a property in New York, and the title company that we originally were using, which was a referral from the attorney, was absolutely horrible. Terrible communicators, not good at doing hairy deals, and very, very bad when it comes to dealing with an urgent property that has a distressed seller. It was such a shit show. Right at the end, before before it got real bad, I told the title company respectfully, drop this file. I'm using a competitor of yours. Clearly, this is not going to be a good fit. And that was the best thing I did on this deal, is got rid of a bad title company and replaced them with a good title company. So let's talk about what is a title company. First of all, any state you're doing business in order to get a property, for the most part, you're going to need to get clear title. So the title company is basically responsible for searching the title, making sure that, everything that is against the property in the form of liens gets paid off, making sure the owner is a legit owner, and, signing title affidavits. So you need to have a title company who really knows how to work with these hairy deals. So what is a good title company? Like, what do you look for in this? How do you find somebody who actually knows what they're doing? Well, first thing, you should find a title company who works with real estate investors who buy properties off market, usually with title issues. Like, if you don't have a title company that normally deals with that, run the other way. So that's thing number one. You need to find a title company that actually deals with real estate investors who buy properties off market at a discount with title issues. Number two is you need to deal with a title company who has a problem-solving mentality, right? Because a bad title company doesn't want to do anything that's not outside the box. They don't want to put in more work to fix a title issue. They don't want to have to get payoffs. They don't want to have to get third-party authorization. They just want to make money as easily as possible. Well, don't we all? But that's not how that fucking works in the real world. So if a title company is not willing to go above and beyond to help the customer, in this case you, don't even deal with them. They're a waste of time. That's thing number two. Now, thing number three here, this is obvious, but it's not so obvious when you actually deal with people on a daily basis. You need to deal with a title company who actually communicates well, right? The main issue why I fired the one title company is because they sucked at communicating. Couldn't get the decision maker on the phone. Guy was harder to reach than the president. And it was just a disaster. Like, couldn't get this fucking guy on the phone. And he just would call me back 3, 4, 5 days later, respond to my emails 2, 3 days later. You need to deal with a title company who has a real operation that answers the phone every time during business hours. They give you an update. And I'm telling you, when you have somebody who communicates well and they actually give you updates, it makes all the difference. So communication is key, especially, I'm telling you guys, when you're dealing with these motivated sellers and they want to get paid right away. You need a title company who's willing to get these title issues resolved. And a lot of times it's getting payoffs, it's getting liens removed. It's dealing with judgments, which can be a real pain in the butt, but a good title company can get a third-party authorization form signed and they can get those judgment payoffs on the seller's behalf. So, like, good title companies are problem solvers. They get it. Maybe some of the people who work there buy real estate as well. But I'm telling you right now, if you are going to be in this business, if you're working with the wrong title company, you are going to be pulling your hair out when you see you have a potential $40,000, $50,000 deal on the line, but they aren't getting it closed. So got to find somebody who works with investors, who knows what they're doing, who's good communicators, who actually solves problems. And I'm telling you right now, that is going to make your life a lot easier, less stressful. So that's the lesson today on title companies. If you're in New York, the Hudson Valley, if you're in the state of Delaware, or you're in Seattle, Washington metro area, and you have a house you want to wholesale to me or wholesale with me, I will buy the deal from you if you're a wholesaler, if the numbers make sense. Or if you want to just do a JV wholesale deal, we've done 6-figure JV wholesale deals with other investors. Send me an email if you have anything, even if it's just a lead you want me to look at. Greg@velocityhousebuyers.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram @Grego37, and I'll see you on the next REI weekly lesson. Take care.